tapped into a little bit of no jumper news earlier, and I seen Adam and my suspect arguing about some bullshit in regards to who can and who cannot have an opinion when it comes down to hip hop and shit like that. I just wanted to put my opinion on it. Now, when it comes to Mr. 22 himself, he is an accomplished individual when it comes down to the hip hop space because he has interviews that he's interviewed people that most people wouldn't interview. So you see that shit and you're like, okay, you interviewed a bunch of SoundCloud, I guess interviewing new artists. So yes, as an interviewer or somebody that's been a participant of the culture, you could say Adam 22 knows a little bit. You feel me? You could say he definitely has done his research. You could say that. But in reality, and I'm not even here to say Suspect got more fucking hip hop knowledge than Adam 22. But Adam playing this whole reverse racism shit and saying he can't have an opinion because he's white, like there ain't white people in hip hop that been having opinions. I just think that what he has to understand within this specific culture, just like other music genres that have been pirated by white folks in the past, what you have to understand is your opinion in this space nobody gives a fuck about. So we don't actually care if you like niggas. We don't care about any of that shit. We don't care what music you like. We don't care about what music you love listening to. Niggas don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bro. Adam 16, Adam 22, whatever. That nigga, bro. So, bro, you just a bitch, bro. The reason why Adam's a bitch is maybe I'm saying he's a bitch just because I don't like how I just don't like his narratives behind the conversation. Like that nigga got such a punchable face when you're having a conversation with him, and he'll argue some shit like, "Oh well, if you can't have a civil discussion without wanting to fight somebody, then no, bro." Like clearly, I would love to have a good debate with bro, just because at the end of the day, he gets into debates with people that he feels smarter than and doesn't feel like they could go toe to toe. So he nitpicks at people, changes the narrative. He over here telling a suspect that, oh, just because you were at battle raps and you watched battle raps growing up and shit like that, just trying to underestimate him and or lowbrow him. And personally, man, sometimes it's one of the moments arguments could get heated, but bro like swinging his dick around. You feel me? Bro like swinging his dick around in the sense that he don't like nobody feeling like they got the upper hand in the argument versus him. He don't like nobody feeling that way, and he starts getting booty tickled and saying, oh, what was he saying to us? Like, oh, you're pretty much saying this. Like, I don't like when he was trying to little bro him. He was pretty much, I don't like what other people say, pretty much like, I don't like when other people tell me what I'm saying in the argument. Like, I don't believe that's a good point in proving your argument. It's like, oh, you're pretty much saying this. And he's saying shit like, let me talk, let me talk. Like, bro, at the end of the day, Adam, you're in your 40s, bro. Yeah, look at Brick Baby. Brick Baby, I mean, shit. Bro, Adam's in his 40s, bro, and he's debating with 20-year-olds about hip hop and not really even understanding the full shit. So that's why he just looks like a bitch. He's like, you've automatically already lost this argument. Well, how about everybody just calls you fucking gay now because you're taking fucking photo shoots with Jack Doherty's younger brother. You feel me? Or older, younger, I don't give a fuck, whoever. You feel me? But I don't know, bro. Just watching it is frustrating as fuck because you just kind of get to see how much a bitch this grown man is, and then you can kind of see Adam getting mad during the interview, during the conversation, during the podcast. You kind of see Adam getting mad and shit, and I'm just like, bro, this nigga is such a bitch. He's such a bitch just because it's not the fact that somebody, even if you interviewed everybody, it doesn't make you a credible hip hop historian. It doesn't make your fucking opinion just valid just because you feel like you have all these accolades. That isn't what makes you a great hip hop historian. So that's really the part that kind of gets on my nerves just a little bit. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that made me just like, bro, bitch, bro. Like, I don't know. There's so much bitch way tendency. The way that nigga be tucking his tail when it comes to certain people and having certain conversations, bro. Like the shit just whack, bro. And that's all I really want to say is like, bro, just whack. You gotta come up with a different narrative. Me just speaking like me right here. I'm sure if somebody's seen this video, they'll be like, what did he really even talk about, bro? It's just an energy thing. It's an energy thing, man. Like, bro, just a bitch. His narrative is just always stupid as fuck. He always crying, complaining, and trying to twist shit. And he'll try to twist shit right in front of you. And you might get mad. Like, I am the type of person I could respond and get mad. But in my sort of way, if you start doing that punk ass, bitch ass shit, trying to twist my words, trying to twist what I'm saying and all this other shit, it's cool. I'm going to just call you a hoe. Sadly, the nigga paper up, he can't get touched. I mean, bro, it's not about him not being able to get touched. He could get touched for a split second. It just depends on who want to touch him and who and what they want to do. It depends if they want to deal with this nigga security. And now if he can't get touched, he hires somebody to protect him. You feel me? And after a certain status, you need people to protect you. But because of the shit he says, that's why he needs people to protect him. It's not because he's the biggest, baddest person. It's not because this nigga's the most famous individual. It's because this nigga's a bitch. He says bitch ass shit. He'll call you a bitch. He'll call you a bitch. He'll call your mom a bitch. He'll cuss you out and then run behind somebody and be like, fuck you. Fuck you, man. You fucking suck, man. So at the end of the day, like, I'm not really, you feel me, worried about him. I'm not really worried about him, but I just kind of did want to get on here and talk that shit, you feel me? Because, bro, that shit corny as hell, bro, corny as fuck, you feel me? Definitely, no humper, Adam 16, whatever the fuck y'all want to call that platform, bro. The shit's just getting corny and corny, bro. And not to say that they don't got good interviews, I understand why the space is there. I get it. These motherfuckers definitely push out content like a motherfucker, but, bro, at the end of the day, like seeing two grown men argue, seeing a white dude, Adam, argue about his validity in hip hop, and not to say white people can't have a valid argument or perspective or history when it comes to hip hop at all, bro. Adam, you just a bitch. That's it. Adam just a bitch ass nigga, bro. And it's one of those things that sometimes you want to be in the room just to have a debate, but I don't even want to debate with nobody ignorant like that. He's gonna try to deem his shit off of clout, accolades, and not truly history. Bro, if you have a history of hip hop, you'll know about the regions, what happened over here, what happened over there, what happened in the north, the east, the south, and the west, the Midwest, everything. You'll talk about the five pillars of hip hop. You know, I'm like, bro, what are y'all talking about? It was just a dick swinging contest on who knows more and who could get somebody mad. I watched that shit for 8 minutes, 9 minutes, because I seen that shit come up. I think it's dope that Almighty was getting the intensity out just because it's like, that's cool. Sometimes you want to see him a little bit more calm, but honestly, I would have preferred to see Almighty just call him a bitch ass nigga and tell him to shut the fuck up. If he just called him a bitch and told him to shut up, bro, that's cool with me. I'm cool with that because shit, that's at least that's better than nigga listening to this motherfucker like, oh yeah, you're just proving my point on how you're losing the argument because I suck and I got more interviews and more knowledge. Oh, are you saying this because I'm white? Are you saying this because I'm white? That and this is coming from somebody that genuinely doesn't even like racist shit. You know what I mean? Like Adam 22 be on some bullshit. He be doing that reverse racism shit. I think that's just corny. I don't know. That's all I had to say, though. I had too much to say, man. I just kind of wanted to get in here and talk my shit when it came to that. Just because niggas is corny. Niggas is stupid as fuck. But anyway, y'all subscribe to me, man. It's Khalil. Also call me Cool and K, man. I'm going to be going live a lot more, man. Yeah.